Jannik, congratulations, fresh off a title in Beijing. What's the one feeling that you're taking from that week into this week?
Yeah, it was, of course, was a very positive week, great week. With a lot of different kind of challenges, very tough opponents, tricky situations on the court. So I feel like we tried to handle everything in the best possible way. Certain shots were working very well. Shots we've been working on a lot. The serve was working slightly better. From the back of the court, trying to be slightly more unpredictable, worked also a little bit better. But now a new week is coming, new challenge is coming up. First round matches are never easy, especially when you arrive from one tournament to another one and you have only one practice session ahead of you. So let's see how we handle that. But generally talking, I'm very happy.
And you said you're constantly working on things to improve. What's the one element of your game that you're most excited about that you've been able to improve?
Well, you're kind of do magic things in 1 week, but I feel like we've been working a lot on the serve. The serve was working slightly better at times, but it makes everything more exciting because you try to put new energy on the court. It bounds the whole team much better. So, which is also very nice, and everyone tries to do the best, and we also try to do it in the actual matches, which is not easy to do.
You felt it already. There's high humidity here. It's very hot, tough conditions. You're a mountain boy. How have you, over the years, learned how to deal with these conditions here?
Yeah, I feel like how you play tennis is different in humid and hot conditions. I'm someone who tries to sometimes shorten up the points a little bit because it gives you more room to breathe, more room to take your time from one point to the other. But there is, in the same time, there is the adrenaline and everything, also the crowd who is pushing you, and you completely forget about the conditions you're playing in. So it's a great mix of many things, and yeah, but if I could choose, I would choose, of course, a little bit colder and not humid conditions.
Because you won here last year, there was a statue made for you, a life-sized statue. When you see tributes like that, what do you actually feel? Pride, pressure, or just a smile?
I think it's more just a smile because, it's very strange to see for me. I'm just 24 years old and seeing a statue of one of the biggest tournaments we play in, and it's very also like I would have never thought to see, a statue of mine here at this court. So it's more like a mix of happy and proud, to say that I have a statue here. But yeah, it should have been a surprise. Now it was not you, it was another interview before of you, which the surprise is gone. It's fine, but it's all good.
You like surprises then, eh?
Yes and no, it depends what kind of surprise. This one I would have loved to see just in actual, seeing. Some other surprises I like, birthday surprises, I'm not a big fan, for example.
No? You
No.
don't like a surprise birthday party?
No, I don't like my birthday.
Why not?
I like to make someone else's surprise, but not mine.
Why not?
I'm not a big fan of my...
When people sing for you, do you like it?
I'm not, no.
Me neither. A statue is something permanent, though. What's something permanent that you want to leave in the sport? How do you want your legacy to be?
Well, I would like that people see myself not only as a good tennis player, but also as a good person. Someone who has never changed with the success he had, and just putting always the people I love and the family in first place, because tennis is gonna stop at some point. I'm very young to say that, but it's gonna stop, and the people around you, they are gonna carry you on for the whole life. So yeah, just this kind of legacy, just for a normal person who is just a good tennis player.
Beautiful. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Jannik, welcome back to Shanghai as defending champion. Of course, you just won China Open yesterday as well. How much do you like to play in China, and what can you say about your fans here?
Yeah, of course, it feels great to be back here. It's a very special tournament, obviously the last one we have in Asia again. So it's great to come back here. Of course, conditions are definitely different than Beijing. So I have only one practice session to get ready, but let's see. You know, it's gonna be a very, very difficult and tough challenge, especially the first round match. It's you never know what's gonna happen. So let's see. But I'm obviously very happy to be back here and play in front of Shanghai fans.
Congratulations on the Beijing title. You talked about that after the U.S. Open. You're going to make some changes in your game a little bit. Do you feel like you implemented them pretty well in Beijing and the way you played all week?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the only one who is changing. You know, here, if you ask every player is changing stuff and trying to get better. And so, you know, what we try to do is, they're not crazy steps, you know, are just trying to adjust a couple of things, trying to get better as a player, like everyone else does, and yeah, I mean, that's it. Certain shots they worked slightly better than the months before. Certain shots we can still improve, but you know, it's also normal, and I'm just looking forward to have as many matches as possible, you know, in every tournament. So this gives me also the chance to try as many things as possible now. So let's see. But yeah, we are quite happy with the work we're doing.
Hi, Rebecca Bailey, AFP. You mentioned you're only going to have one practice session. You flew down yesterday, and a lot of other players have been talking about the schedule. Do you agree with other players who've expressed criticism of the schedule and called for it to be modified so players can rest more?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to criticize anything. No, for me, everyone thinks in different ways. We can still, as I always say, we can still choose. You know, as players, you just have to understand what the priority is for ourselves. I always made choices, even last year. You know, sometimes jumping some tournaments, but the schedule is what it is. You know, we are if you want to play tournament, you have to play tournament. If not, you make another choice to or rest or practice, you know, and yeah, and that's it. So yeah, it is what it is.
Anyone else in English? One more? Microphone? Yeah.
Just looking over the Beijing stats here, you were very impressive on the breakpoint save, 21 out of 26 for the week. Only been broken, you know, and for the season, you're at 73% on breakpoint saved. And just talk about, is that one of the part of your game that you've actually improved a lot on you know, just on the pressure points, on the breakpoint saved, and serving overall?
I think it's something I won't say natural, but you know, in that moment you don't think about these stats. You know, I always try to stick into what the best choice would be in that moment, and at times it works very well, and at times, you know, you just made mistakes, and it's normal, and you have to accept it. But in general things, I always try to push myself to the limits, trying to put myself in a position where I can say that I'm doing the right choices on court. You can make mistakes and it's fine, and that this is how I go into pressure moments and difficult moments.
Anyone else? Last one here.
Hi, I just wanted to ask how you're feeling, because I think you had some stomach issues earlier in the week. So have you recovered? How are you feeling about playing again?
Yeah, I feel good. I said it before the final that I'm ready for the final, and so it was. And here it's different. It's more humid. It's hotter. So I don't know how it's gonna feel on court. But today I have one day where I can rest, and tomorrow I'm gonna have more feedback for my body and mind, and trying to prepare the first round match, and then we'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to it. Great challenges, playing first round matches are never easy. So let's see what's coming, and hopefully I can show some good tennis here.